misuse you. Trust I won't misuse you. Good thing that I can't bust, but I'm a good bed. Good in bed, let me in as far as you can. Yeah. Try to come up and take you from me, I'm taking them down. And I ain't caring who it is, and I don't care who they are. Whatever I gotta do, I ain't got nothing to prove. And there's a whole lot to lose, but I ain't losing you. Success looks so good from where I sit now. Everything I wanted, but it's in a different house. And I see that, and I see that beggars can't be choosers, and I never wanna be that. I just thought that when I get it, maybe, baby, that you be there. But if it's meant to be different, then yeah, I see it. And now the world that I built in my head, not the one that I see. And what all is changing, what's in front of me. And every dream that I had in the bed that we shared, now it all fall apart. And I get what I asked for. And I get what I asked for. What I asked for. Oh, my success looks so big from where I sit now. Everything I wanted, but it's in a different house. And I see that. And I see that beggars can't be choosers, and I never wanna be there. I just thought that when I get it, maybe, baby, that you'd be there. But if it's meant to be, it'll be, so sad. You used to be my all. You were who I called. Now you say you need some time. We get uninvolved. How come as you love me? You still fucking want me. Anytime you need someone, you call me up and say it's fine. I'm bluffing. I stay up way too late, thinking about the old days. Wanna text you back, but baby, not sure what I would say. Are you home? Where you at? Matter of fact, can I come? Are you up? Are you alone? Are you sad? Pick up the phone. Yes, you knew the old me. I just said I'm evolving, but you are like my safety. Where to go when falling? I don't want nobody. I just want my baby. I don't need nobody. Repeat it, it's the same thing. Yeah, and I got friends now. That bitch change is crazy. That girl right there, she made me. Used to be a no one. She made me feel like someone. She made me roll. I let her know I sped around. It's like she were too gone. Maybe I'm the problem. Working on the sums. Working on the change now. Steady run to fame now. Everything has changed now. Well, it's all the same now. Baby girl, I miss you. And maybe that's the issue. I let a good thing go bad. Ain't it so sad? You used to be my all. You were who I called. Now you say you need some time. We get uninvolved. How come as you love me? You still fucking want me. Anytime you need someone, you call me up and say it's fine. I'm bluffing. I stay up way too late, thinking about the old days. Wanna text you back, but baby, not sure what I would say. Are you home? Where you at? Matter of fact, can I come? Are you up? Are you alone? Are you sad? Pick up the phone. Yes, you knew the old me. I just said I'm evolving, but you are like my safety. Where to go when falling? I don't want nobody. I just want my baby. I don't need nobody. Repeat it, it's the same thing. I let a good thing go bad. Ain't it so sad? You used to be my all. You were who I called. Now you say you need some time. We get uninvolved. How come as you love me? You still fucking want me. Anytime you need someone, you call me up and say it's fine. I'm bluffing. I stay up way too late, thinking about the old days. Wanna text you back, but baby, not sure what I would say. Are you home? Where you at? Matter of fact, can I come? Are you up? Are you alone? Are you sad? Pick up the phone.
Can I say?
Yo, 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 what's up, guys? Can you hear me?
Yo, Spook.
Yeah, what the fuck's my camera doing,
Can I
man?
say?
Yo, 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 what's up, guys? Can you hear me?
Fuck
Yo, I
this
can hear you, I can hear you.
I'm going for boomstick now.
Boomstick.
What's going on, everybody? If you're here, you are legends. We are making history tonight with, 21st episode of Spooky Sunday. You are legends. Somebody's echoing. Spooky Sunday.
It's a lot going.
Somebody's echoing. Do you guys hear an echo?
I don't.
I don't.
Okay, well, I think it's gone now, actually.
Alright.
Sweet. Just wanted to make sure you guys, today I'm blessed to have Jupiluxe. That's how I've always said your name anyhow. I think you also
Yes.
go by Jupiluxe. Just wanted to make sure you guys.
Yeah, it's
today
literally
I'm, blessed to
either.
have,
Yeah.
How did you come up with that name? Because that's a really creative name, and I feel like that's something that is kind of important when you know, are getting going.
Either. Yeah. Basically, when I first got started, I was calling myself Jupiter Love, but unfortunately, there's a very popular song by that name, so I was like, And I just sort of was putting together different combinations of words to try and like find something right, and I really like Jupiter Luxurious, so I cut it and I put it together, Jupiluxe.
I love that. It sounds like kind of pretty. It sounds kind of like mystique-ish, you know, a little fantasy almost in a weird way. I don't know. I really like the name though, and I noticed that it's the same everywhere you look for you. So you're really easy to find once you know your name. It's on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. It's all original. You don't have to worry about changing it like I did. You know, I have Spooky Gang on some accounts, and some accounts I didn't get there first. So
The beauty of making up a word.
yeah, I love that. It's very creative. What's up, everybody? Everybody that's in the voice chat right now. Brutal, how's your day going, man?
It's going good. How's yours?
Going great, bro. It's Spooky Sunday, my favorite day of the week. So I'm just really hyped to be joined by a brand new artist that I'm excited to share with you guys. Probably somebody that you maybe haven't heard before. If you are in the chat and you're watching the stream today, I'd like to know, have you heard of Jupiluxe or have you not? Have you heard their music? Have you heard her music or have you not? I just like to know because if they do, then they're here from you. And if not, then they're getting put onto some new music and a different artist that they probably haven't heard before. And I think either way, it's a really dope thing.
Yeah.
Bleach, man, thank you for hanging out with us today. He's really a really dope documenter in the underground. Has been doing like little YouTube videos on different artists, and he's been on a kind of a similar path as me of just kind of documenting the artist and just kind of like capturing the moment in which they're in. And I'm really happy to have you here in the voice chat with us, bro. Etheric, welcome, man. Ryan Hines, appreciate you guys for hanging out with us.
What's good, man?
Yes, sir.
Hope you guys are having a good day. Welcome to church, Spooky Sunday, episode number 21 with Jupa Lux. I'm really impressed, not just by your music, but by your work ethic. I think that was the one thing that really stood out to me when I was just following you on Twitter. It's kind of how I discover most of the artists. I just like to follow random people that I see are musicians usually. Or if they make music, music in one way or another, or if they're part of the scene, I'm usually pretty interested to see, at least check them out and see what's going on. And I don't know exactly how long I followed you for, but there was a long period of time where you were doing like a song a day.
Yeah, I did that for about a month. I've done it once before, like I think the first year I was doing music, I did a song a day for a month in the new year. And, I wanted to do it the year after that. I was discouraged from it by some friends, but this year I was like, fuck it, it's time to do it again. So I was doing the song a day challenge because I can, why not,
No, I think that it's a really interesting challenge because a lot of things when it comes to music, people are a little bit more, like artists are specifically a little bit more self-conscious about how unfinished it is, or how easily it is to compare it to like other songs, or mixed quality, whatever. And you don't really get that same kind of thing when you just sit down and draw, or when you just sit down and paint. Like typically, you don't sit there and think, well, this could be Picasso, and it's not, so I'm afraid to post a picture of it or something, but the song a day is almost like, I don't care if this is my best song or not, I'm just trying to drop something new. And it's like a way to me of exercising your creative muscles.
Yeah, see, for me, it's like, I understand wanting everything you put out to be perfect, but I think a lot of artists get caught up in that perfectionism. And I'm a perfectionist, don't get me wrong, but it's like, for me, I know that I kind of have to just like put things out, or else it's not going to happen. And I think there is a certain beauty to like putting things out as you're able to make them, because you sort of get to see the progress in an artist. And that's what I like in artists, is to be able to see something more vulnerable half the time and really see how they're developing. So I just sort of was like, it doesn't have to be perfect for the song a day stuff, especially because I was, only putting it on YouTube. But
also kind of genius in a way, because you're catering to the algorithm a little bit, and they're like, oh, if you're going to keep showing us good content, then we're just going to keep showing it to more people. And the consistency factor does matter on YouTube. By the way, I just wanted to say shout out to Haunter, who just joined the voice channel. Appreciate you, my guy. This is a legendary figure. He was in episode number 10, I believe, of Spooky Sunday.
That's how I found you.
Happy to have you,
no
brother.
way.
How did you found me or found him?
No, I found you through Haunter. So
Really?
Full circle. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, shout out Haunter for being here and for being one of the Jedis of just connecting people and networking. Dude has changed the game, and I appreciate you, Haunter. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us today, man. Even if it's just for a little bit. It's always a blessing. But, chat, I want to say, if you guys are enjoying the music as we're sitting here listening, please go and follow. You can get out of the stream for a moment, go follow Jupiluxe on Twitter. I'm going to turn up the music a little bit, or Instagram, or YouTube. I did notice that you drop a lot on YouTube. Like you just mentioned, the song a day was going on YouTube instead of SoundCloud. And what do you think of like the move there is? Because, SoundCloud had its place in its time where it was very successful. Do you think that YouTube is like a better place to be dropping consistent content right now?
I don't think it's like a calculated effort on my part. I just grew up with YouTube being how I discovered artists. So it's like I personally feel more connected with YouTube because that's how I listen. That's what I use to listen to music. And it's like when I first got started, some things happened and I was going to quit music. But the reason I got back into it is because a song that I posted as a demo on YouTube started to make some rounds and got like a couple thousand views. And I was like, oh shit. So YouTube is just like one of those things that I have a personal connection to. I don't know if it's necessarily better or worse than any other place to be posting. It just kind of is the one that is closest to home for me.
Well, my opinion on the matter is, at least for me, what I would tell people when they said, why don't you stream on Twitch? My first initial response to that was always because everybody has a YouTube app on their phone, but not everybody has the Twitch app on their phone. And to think of it like that, it's almost like you have to realize how many people are using that and how discoverable you are because so many people are on that. And I think that a lot of artists could do really great by doing kind of like what you're doing and just posting all your content on YouTube. It's a great, another great reason to do that is because those videos are probably not gonna be deleted if you stop paying for your account, like on SoundCloud. If you stop paying,
or even distribution, if you stop paying for your subscription, they'll take all your music down.
And that scares me.
Yeah.
What's up, Etheric?
DistroKid, fuck those guys.
Yeah, SoundCloud specifically, I saw recently that somebody passed away, an artist passed away, and he stopped paying for his pro account, and then a lot of the songs that he had only uploaded there were now gone, and none of his fans could like get a hold of that music anymore because that was the only place it was. And that's where I kind of think, like archiving your history on YouTube is a really good place, and I think you're really onto something by doing what you're doing there. And I think that also speaks for like the success that you've had, that I've noticed on YouTube, which is I was just going over your account today, and you've reached 2 million views, and I think that's really, really awesome.
Thank you.
And it's interesting to see that it's not all just going to one video or one like thing, but they're all spread out. It's all trickled in through all of your content.
Yeah, I mean, I post a lot, so I know that to some degree that probably does like hinder certain videos having a lot of views. But I definitely think like with the whole argument with quality versus quantity, you can have like a lot of quality, have great things, but if you only have 3 songs, that's like less opportunities for something to get out there, So it's like I might have, a fuck ton of videos that could have been viewed more, but to know that like each song is sort of finding the people it should find and people are really connecting with that one versus this one, I just like that. I like the variables. I like the idea that there can be so many different like ways to find it.
It's almost like every song you upload on YouTube is almost a scratch-off ticket.
Yeah.
It's like a lottery
it's like
ticket.
A different lotto moment. Yeah.
It's like anything that you put up and for any reason could end up blowing up. For no reason that you ever thought of, That's how a lot of things have gone viral over the years anyway, is just, one person puts it out into the right audience and then all of a sudden it just goes crazy,
Yeah.
So I think that it is really important, as I'm agreeing, I guess, that putting out a lot of content, and that's something that really impressed me about what you were doing. Hunter said, me too, YouTube and SoundCloud is my go-to, and I find underrated talent on those sites every day. Absolutely, bro. JB's in the chat. Devin Reed's in the chat. Favorite artist for real? Let's go. Moonlight's in the chat. I love you, Jupy. Phone Queen.
They're saying it back, yeah.
Sleepy, what's
I
good?
think that
What's
means
good?
song.
What song is playing right now? Let me go back. Hold on.
It was Passion, I think,
Oh.
off the True Fiction tape.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Sorry, I gotta find a way to like overlay as well. I mean, I could maybe do this so that people can see actually what song we're listening to. Yeah, that works well, right, chat? Now we can listen to some music. You can see the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks good.
Amazing.
Hope everybody's having an awesome day, by the way. If you're just tuning in now, welcome, welcome. You are watching the 21st episode of Spooky Sunday with Jupa Lux, a very prolific, proficient artist. Your, like I was saying before, your consistency really is what made me really go, I really want to talk to you, because that is a different That's just a different thing that a lot of people don't have. You know, it's not that you can't have it. You can have it, but you almost have to discipline yourself to just keep dropping in a way.
I think especially with nowadays the way the internet culture has shifted, there are so many people right now trying to do this that you have to sort of be relentless. Like anybody who's like getting on, they're either doing something so drastically different or they're committing a level of time to it that is borderline like absurd, because you like everybody wants to, you know, like, so you just have to really like, the level of commitment that I feel I have towards it at times is a little silly, because it's like I literally wake up and like it's the first thing I think about is, you know, my career and making this music and doing what I need to do. It's an obsession, you know?
I think that for a lot of artists, that if art becomes your obsession, I think that that's one of the best things that you can do with your life, because
yeah,
as an artist, for me anyhow, and I'm sure it's got to be similar for you, that just the creating is like just creating is like good for your soul. You know, you can just feel it when you're creating something that it's kind of like therapeutic anyway, in one way or another. Like it just gets you out of like your, for me anyway, like overthinking about things or just thinking about something I shouldn't be thinking about. But it's always helped me. It's never hurt me to create. Do you find that when you're creating that it does do that, where it's therapeutic for you and it helps you?
I'm trying to find a non-inflammatory way to say that if I wasn't able to create, I would not be, very simply, because I've been through a lot in the past like 2.5 years, and music is really the only way I've been able to sort of have that be not for nothing. So like to be able to have something to channel it in, it is simultaneously the way that I work through all the shit
Absolutely.
that exists in the world, and like how it's like not to be cheesy, but it is in a lot of ways like therapy. Listening to music,
Yeah.
making music, anything like that. It's very much like it is an outlet. I mean, they say that for a reason.
No doubt. I couldn't agree more. Brutal, did you have something to remind me about? I feel like you had to remind me something.
I did, but I don't remember.
It was a story about Jupiluxe and how she
You
got...
want me to just...
Yeah, I want you to tell us the story about how SoundCloud sent you a gift.
Oh, yeah, the camera.
Yeah.
Is that what you're using right now?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Matter of fact, shout out SoundCloud. When I was first starting with music, you know, I wasn't really popular. I didn't really know anybody. I wasn't, you know, associated with any like sort of scene or sound. So a lot of times I would go to music review live streams and I would submit my music, and that was like a thing that I would do a lot, just to get feedback, sort of like get people to hear me and stuff. But one of the streams that I would frequent was the Masked Gorilla SoundCloud music review stream.
Yes.
And I submitted one of my early tracks, Kill Bill is the name of it. I submitted it, you know, people liked it. So with that stream, they pick like 4 songs, and people get to choose which 4 songs are their favorite, and then it goes to a Twitter poll. And whoever wins the Twitter poll, it's like, woohoo, you win. But I was like, by some grace of luck, when I won that stream, which was already insane, somebody in the chat was like, you should interview her. And they never had done that before. So by some fluke or something, I got a Masked Gorilla interview when I was like just starting out with music. And because I won the stream, SoundCloud sent me the webcam. So it's like, that's insane to be just starting music and SoundCloud themselves send you a webcam and Masked Gorilla interviews you. Some of my favorite artists have Masked Gorilla interviews. Like Mac Miller has a Masked Gorilla interview. That is insane. That is like very significant to me. It was
inspiring as heck,
to me,
to say the least.
Yeah, it motivated me for sure.
I feel like you definitely have to feel those wins along your journey every once in a while to be like reignited in a way and be like, oh yeah, I'm on the right path. You know, it just reminded me I'm on the right path.
Because it's hard. Like, this shit is not easy, especially when you start to get eyes on you. People can be terrible, really hateful. So you kind of need those little moments that sort of like resonate and make it feel like, you know, there's a reason and that you're supposed to be doing that.
Absolutely, and I really hope that eventually the effect that Masquerilla had for you will be an impact that I can have for more people, where I am part of their motivational journey as they come through the doors of Spookyland, and I say, hey, I just want to say you're doing amazing. I hand chose you because I see you working hard. You know, you're putting out some amazing art, and I just want to say keep going. You're doing great, you know? And then they leave Spookyland and they're like, dude, I'm about to go drop 3 more albums right now. You know, that would be like a dream for me. So thank you for also being here again. I do want to say I appreciate you for taking time out of your day and afternoon. Everybody in the chat for being here, hanging out with me in Jupiluxe. I was saying earlier to you, earlier before we started the stream, that we're gonna see how it goes as far as who joins here with just me promoting this just today only, and the turnout is actually really nice. So everybody that's here is just a legend. You guys are, in my opinion, very high IQ for being part of the Spooky Sunday stream. I truly believe in my heart that every single one of these episodes is going to be, you know, a special artist that does a lot. In 10 years, it's going to be something that a lot of people look back on and they're like, wow, that was really cool to talk to them in that moment of their journey and stuff. Jupiluxe, I also wanted to say, or I guess kind of comment on like the style of your music. Like, I guess I would use the term genre bending, because when I listen to your music, I don't really think, especially being a female artist, I don't really recognize anybody that's really doing this exact sound. Not saying that there's not, but for me to just, I follow a lot of artists, and nobody else that I've had on or that I listen to is kind of sounds like you. You know, there's a lot of different elements to what you create, and I'm kind of curious, like, how that became part of your journey and who you are, and how you were, who you were inspired by growing up, and like what artists meant a lot to you and stuff.
Well, see, I'm from Houston, so I grew up on a lot of like Houston underground and a lot of like rap. I grew up on a lot of Bone Thugs and 3 6 Mafia as well, which I think is why, you know, I got started by making like lo-fi. Because once I found out you could find beats on YouTube, I was like, oh shit, the game has changed. And all the beats I was finding were like lo-fi or R&B, which is what I like. I like R&B, I like rap. But I stumbled across a track, and I just thought, like, I was like, wow, this reminds me of the shit that I listened to growing up. That was me discovering funk. And funk is like, that is the closest to my heart. That is, you know, that's what I consider myself at the end of the day is you know, majority of my stuff I think is classified as some type of funk. I make a lot of different shit. I don't really know how to describe where that comes from. I just sort of find things I like and I make something with it. But above all, I think, you know, funk has been a very important part in like my music journey, because it's close to home. It's, you know, with the Southern influence, with the cultural significance, and you know, the music I grew up on, that is like what I feel most connected to. And thankfully the funk listeners seem to fuck with me. I often see people refer to me as, like someone said in the chat, I guess the funk queen or whatever.
The
That's
queen of
an
funk.
honor. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, truthfully though, when I think about your music, when I hear it and stuff, I really can't compare you to anybody, and that's, I think, really cool, you know, because there's nobody really, and I feel like it's not like just funk, like what you were saying about the lo-fi, like that's actually a huge element in a lot of your music too. So it's like kind of like this really bizarre contrast almost, you know, where they fit so well together, almost like salt and pepper, but on their own they're so different. And then the way that you kind of experiment with your vocals throughout all these songs, you know, either rapping or singing or doing whatever, you know, it's always like a different, interesting sound.
I don't know where it comes from, but I'm glad it does.
I think it,
appreciate it.
like you said, it's got to be a lot of your roots from Texas and being around that sound, because that's half of it right there, you know. And a lot of people that didn't grow up in Houston or in Texas, like me in Minnesota, I knew about it, but I wasn't like, it wasn't as present here, you know. So even like the local scene does play a role in all of us, you know, and whether we even know it or not, maybe, um, yeah, more than we know. I'm certain. Want to say what's up to a few people in the chat. Jordy, just waking up. Welcome. Good morning. Lil Ratchet, goated for sure. Appreciate you for
That's
being
the
here.
homie.
Appreciate you. Shout out the homie. APOC Crisis.
Shout out APOC.
Poop, he said. Welcome. Hope you're having a good day.
Not the poop.
504 girls. YouTube equals free beats for life. Do you do any producing of your own, or do you are you mainly a vocalist?
Like I mix myself, but I haven't really gotten to the whole beat making side of things. I need to, definitely, especially at the rate that I make music, but thankfully I've got a lot of producers who have sort of protected me from the need to do it for myself just yet.
Oh, there's nothing. I certainly don't think there's anything wrong with that, because in a way, if your strength is to write lyrics and you're more passionate about vocals, then you're actually saving yourself quite a bit of time just to be collaborating with artists that that are making the kind of music that you like.
Yeah.
And they get to be part of your journey too, which is pretty sick, where if you made it all yourself, which would be also respectable, but then you don't have really the people that were like, I think of like all the producers that Lil Peep kind of brought with him on his journey, and we're like, they all have careers now, many of them are like songwriters and stuff like that, and it's like really cool just to be part of something interesting and fun. And perhaps they're taking you on their journey, which is even more interesting and fun, so you'll never know.
Yeah.
But we've been listening to Jupiluxe music for the last 20 minutes or so. If you guys are just pulling up, welcome. Spooky Sunday, episode number 21, chilling with the legendary, talented Jupiluxe. Make sure, if you guys are enjoying the music and you are new to her as an artist, please go over to Twitter or Instagram and just type it in. It says it right here on the screen, and it's that exact same way everywhere you look. Do you have, do people call you Jupi?
Yeah,
Okay,
that is generally what I go by. Yeah.
Do you have merch yet?
I do. I haven't really been like posting it as often as I should, but I have a few different designs. I think they're pretty good. I think they're pretty dope.
You say you grew up in Texas. Are you still in that area?
Yeah, I just moved back to Houston a couple months ago, but I've only ever lived in Texas. So yeah.
That's really interesting to me because the Spooky Land Discord specifically has a lot of members. I have a lot of friends / supporters from the Texas area. Even like artists that you're familiar with, like Bear Dex and Vlad and those guys, they're all from that area. Elijah Heaps is from that area. Spaceman Zach is from that area. Yeah. There's just a ton of music getting made in Texas right now, and a few of the members from my Discord all had a little meetup in Texas recently because there's so many people just in that area.
Damn, I'm sorry I missed that.
No, it's okay. We'll do it again, right, Brutal?
Yeah.
But what I'm getting at is Texas has got a really strong, I feel in my mind, I'm from Minnesota, but you could tell me if I'm wrong, a very lively music scene. There's a lot of artists that are coming out of there that are working. And what do you think?
I definitely think that like Houston and Dallas are probably like one of the top 5 scenes for, well, I would say rap, probably like rock and other genres too. But when you think of like the big cities, there's a fair bit of big cities in Texas, so naturally there's going to be a large like artist presence. I am a bit of a shut-in and a hermit, so I haven't necessarily met a ton of my peers, but some of those people you've named I have had the pleasure of like seeing at shows and having conversations with. And shout out to Bear Dex.
Yes.
Super dope, great person.
Absolutely, love him.
Yeah, he's great.
Also a previous special guest on the show.
Yeah, saw that too. It was dope.
So I love him too. He's such a creative artist. He's just doing his own thing as well. Have you guys collabed yet?
We have I think we have some unreleased. He just sent me a beat pack. I think today or yesterday. So
Let's go.
stay tuned, you know.
In the words of Brutal, ayo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How often do you collaborate with artists? Because I have noticed that there are quite a few on here, but do you typically prefer to just drop songs on your own, like you were doing the one song a day, or do you enjoy collabing with other artists, rappers, singers?
I think there's an appeal to both. I consider like everything I do a collab technically, just because when I collaborate with producers, it, you know, that still feels like a collab. But with working with other vocalists, what I really like about it is I oftentimes like find myself in a position to want to try a new flow, because you know when you see somebody else in their domain and you see them like working a beat that's familiar to them and they want you to get on it, it's an opportunity to sort of try something new. And I find that to be really fun, to just sort of grow as an artist, to have to try something new and, you know, match someone's energy. So I like those a lot for that reason. But I definitely when I got started, I did way more collabs than I did solo work, so I'm trying to like find a better balance, because you know I don't want to get stuck in like a feature artist box. I want to, but you know most people who mess with me like me for my solo work anyway, so
No, yeah.
just gotta be smarter about the percentages of that.
And we are gonna watch some Jupa Lux music videos in a little bit, chat. Don't worry, I already looked at them. They're all on YouTube. I already confirmed they're all there. Everything is perfect and looks good. So don't cringe or anything like that. We can play how about this? We play the ones that a few that you want to play. We can pick the ones that you say. Whatever goes off the top of your head. So we'll just do that, I think.
Well, here's the thing: is I may have quite a few little music videos I've posted, but I don't do those for me. I do them because people want visuals, and once I drop them, I'm like, I'm never gonna look at this again. Cringe, cringe, cringe.
No
I'm
way.
very shy. I'm very shy.
I think that is interesting, because I like the video that you shot when you were holding the VHS camera, and you're just kind of like you pointed at the wall, and there was a moment where it said success on the wall, and then
Oh, satisfied.
yeah, that was like one of the first videos or songs that I heard, and it really stood out to me.
Well, yeah, I appreciate that. I think that's probably my best video. I haven't really been able to recreate the cohesion that I feel like by some magic aligned for that one, and that one like did really well. I think that's like one of my top viewed things. But I don't know. I need to get linked up with a videographer for real and sort of step my game up, because I've been doing this shit for a minute and there's no reason to not level up a little, you know?
How long have you been doing it?
I got started when the pandemic hit, so I basically, when I stopped being able to go to work, I was like, fuck it, let's take this music seriously, and it was a sort of blessing in that sense. So for like 3 years now, I guess.
That's actually crazy that you've only been making music for 3 years. When did you like first started rapping though, and singing and stuff like that, before you started actually putting it down and recording it?
So like I mentioned, once I found out beats are on YouTube, that changed the game for me. Because before that, what I would do is I have a couple guitars, and I'm not good at instruments by any means, but I was good enough that I could like get a simple melody going on like piano or guitar, and I would literally just sit there and like turn my phone on and record. Like I would freestyle. I would play something simple and I would freestyle, because I've always had words. I've always had some shit to say, but I didn't really know how to get it out. So it started with just like that, like really weird, like indie stuff. And then once I realized that I could have beats, I was like, oh, then I can do what I really want to do. And then I started like singing on like R&B beats and like actually penning stuff for real, and the rest is history. But I've been doing music to some degree since like 2014 or 2015.
Donald Slump says, nice beanie spook. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Made it myself. Yenshin, what's going on, homie? Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good day. Brutal in the chat. Sleepy. Hope you guys are having an amazing Sunday. You are watching Spooky Sunday. Special guest, Jupa Lux. I love every single song, dude. Like, there hasn't been a single song in the background chat where I felt like even for a second of wanting to skip it. Like, every single one is like a vibe, and it's unique. If it's something that you can listen to while you're smoking or when you're driving around in the car, you know, it's a different sound than a lot of the music that I follow, which tends to be more emo. Did you ever make anything that you would consider emo in any way?
I have like a little collab tape that was emo rap, but it never really got released. I have a few songs. I don't know. See, I could get in trouble with what I classify emo as, because I don't really know how to quantify. But I have the one I think of is I did a track with Young Van, and I think it's, you know.
Shout out the homie.
He's also been on Spooky Sunday.
I know. I see you've had these with a few people that I think are really dope. So that's why I'm so glad to have the opportunity to sit here.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. I really enjoyed his episode. He was dropping a project, and we hosted an album listening party for him as well. And I would like to also extend that to you as well. If you ever drop a project and you would like somebody to host it, and we just pull up the stream and listen to the whole album, maybe twice, if the chat demands it, which they usually do, I would love to do that with you. So just wanted to extend the olive branch.
The radio has put it to someone who is not me.
Oh, wow.
And that's fine, but I do not fuck with that artist anymore. But that's besides the point. That's a collaborator of mine. Yeah, because it's someone I've collaborated with. So it just sort of.
The algorithm makes sense. This is your this is the newest project, right? True Fiction?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll keep playing that again too, because we gotta put a little exposure and love out on the new music, right? I feel like you know, it's the freshest of the fresh, and I think that's a huge thing that we strive for around here with Spooky Gang and Spooky Sunday, is the consistency, keeping things fresh, you know, never going stale, staying alive, you know, staying motivated, staying inspired. So, Pixelated's in the chat. What's going on, cuz? Vibes for sure. Brutal said, I'm vibing. Yenshin said, what up, player? Just chilling. Welcome, welcome, bro. You feel like summer? Have you ever performed? We kind of talked a little bit about Texas and going to shows and stuff. Have you performed some shows then?
Yeah, I mean, I've done like 3 shows here and there. I haven't like accepted any shows where I was on the lineup, but I have like showed up for like tracks that I feature on, just because I'm trying to like, I guess, get my feet wet with performing. I'm a bit nervous to perform my solo music, but that is definitely something I need to be doing here very soon.
That would be really cool. Shows are awesome.
Everyone loves shows. Brutal is a big show guy. Flies all the way across the country to go see an artist, so it does matter.
That's what's up.
And maybe you can elaborate, Brutal, but I feel like just in general, being around somebody's energy is just like a different thing than just listening to the music that you already enjoy by them. You know, hearing their energy is like another level.
Yeah, it's way different. Even if they're not as good performing live as they are pre-recorded, it's a lot different when you're there with them.
Yeah, totally different experience.
Just being in a moment, and you know, there's like, I don't know, I feel like those are just kind of part of history too, is those moments that you're sharing with people where you have the opportunity to really connect with them on a deeper level. And I think that's when you take like somebody that's like a fan of your music, and then they almost become a true fan in that moment, where it's almost like a baptism of some kind or something, where you're like, go to their show and you like were part of the energy, part of the experience, and then, you know, they're all the next thing you know, you're taking like pictures with them by their merch table and stuff like that, and then you're like way more connected. You know, it's like, you know, I shook their hand, they were really nice, and then it makes them want to support you more, I guess, is what I'm trying to allude to.
Yeah.
So I think it's a really
much more personal.
Yeah, exactly. Really important, I think. Welcome to the chat. Ecanor.
That's the homie.
What's up?
That's what's up.
What's up, homie? Young Gum, welcome. Hope you guys are all having an awesome Sunday. We're chilling with Jupiluxe today. If you're enjoying the music, make sure you go follow. Names on the screen. What kind of ambitions and goals do you have for this year specifically? But then I also kind of am interested what you would want to be doing maybe in the next 5 years. Do you think that far ahead?
Yeah, I mean, well, for this year, gosh, I don't know. Every year my goals are sort of the same. I want to like just improve upon what I'm already doing and improve as an artist and take it as far as it can go, really. I don't know. I want to be successful. That's what anyone wants.
Absolutely.
And I want to take this music stuff somewhere. I've had a lot of very positive experiences, and you know, the interactions that I have with people who connect with what I make have, you know, made it feel so worth it that I don't foresee me wanting to do anything besides this for a very long time. I want to take it as far as it'll go, you know, as far as people will have me. That's what I'm focused on. That's my 5-year plan, is going as hard as I can. And
so
would
would you see yourself, like, ideally, if you had to imagine yourself perhaps touring, then would that be on the schedule of like going from like like 5 years you're trying to like manifest like what you want to be doing? What is that? I guess what I'm saying is, are you like in your mind, what would you want to be doing? Touring and stuff like that, or you know, going to other countries? Or would you rather more be like a studio artist, just dropping things consistently, working on more music videos, perhaps?
All of it, honestly. I would love to tour in a meaningful way. If I could sell out shows, like big shows, that would be great. A dream would be to make enough money from music that I could like buy a tour bus and just do all the shows I want.
Yeah,
like,
and your own house too. That would be nice as well.
Yeah, obviously another goal is just financial freedom would be amazing.
Yeah, those would be 5-year goals for me too. You know, being able to do well enough off merch or whatever to sustain yourself and to buy your own land and to work for yourself. I think that that's a lot of people's dream, and it's not an unrealistic one. I believe that personally, if you do treat it like a priority and you can see it, I think that being able to see where you want to be is also kind of important, because then you know where you're going. And if you don't know where you're going, it's harder to get there. Not that you wouldn't, but I try to think in my mind more now what I want Spooky Sunday to look like, how I want it to get better, and I try to focus in and clear that picture in my mind of where I want to be. And I think that all of a sudden, when you have that in the back of your mind, it's even on a subconscious level, you're kind of unlocking the doors that are going to get you there, you know? Like if you know you want to tour, then all of a sudden it's like, well, we got to start setting up more shows. I got to start talking to the owner at these venues and developing a relationship with them. And you know, I believe that you could take over Texas. I think that you could definitely make a big mark because your sound goes with Texas. It's like, it truly is very Texas vibey, and I think that there's so many people from that area specifically that would vibe with you. And I think that it truly, in my mind, it makes you stand out even more being a female artist in that scene where you don't really see that. And you're very unique, and I think that a lot of people would appreciate that in your area. And just going back to the roots of what you were saying about, you know, all the music that you listen to in Houston, all those people from there, I think it would make a big difference. I think you definitely could do amazing. And just if you started doing some shows in Texas, I would be tempted, I'm sure Brutal might be too, to make the trip down there.
Yeah, I got homies in Texas.
He got back from Texas, so.
I literally was just out there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I do want to get more involved with like the scene for real. And especially because, you know, like I said, Houston is my hometown, but I've been gone for like 3 years. So to come back and like now sort of have established myself a little bit in music, I'm like my focus right now has been trying to get connected with, you know, the other artists in Houston and see what's going on and get a feel for the scene so I can start to set myself, you know, up for success here. I would love to be important to my city. That's what every artist I think wants. I want to establish myself in that way. So I definitely aspire to do that. It would be amazing
I believe in you very much. I think that you definitely have an awesome creative sound, and you're very prolific. That's a rare thing. And if you apply that to everything else in your life that you want to achieve, I know you'll do it. But
Appreciate
chat, are you guys about ready to pull up some Jupiluxe videos, and we can they don't necessarily have to be like music videos. We can watch just whatever's on your YouTube, and I just want to get some eyes on like some of the stuff that maybe you're proud of, or that you want me to document in your mind, if that makes sense.
I'm inclined to tell you to just go for whatever you're drawn to, you know, because that's like trying to pick a favorite kid, you know.
Fair, fair.
Very fair. Why don't we start with what's popular then, in that case,
Yeah.
and then you can kind of talk about a little about how it happened or when it happened. Like this, for example, your most played video on YouTube right now, it looks like it's 3 years old. So like you said, you started in about 2020 around the pandemic. So this has to be something that you created very early on.
Yeah, that's actually the one that I mentioned earlier with I was having difficulty with music and I wanted to quit, and I sort of left everything alone for a couple weeks, and I came back to this and saw that it was picking up steam and got a couple thousand views. It didn't stop getting views. I came back and started making music again. It kept getting views, and it is now my most streamed solo track. It's got like 1 million streams, and I never promoted this song. I did
That's
zero
crazy.
promo. It did this on its own, and it did it randomly, and it was like the 3rd track I ever put out, so that shit was insane to me.
Take a breath, take a minute, take a hit. I'm not saying I'm the best at the shit. I'm just saying I got a lot to give. I'm just trying to rock with you real quick. If you ain't fucking with me, keep my name off your lips. Busy boys, watch me keep my hands on the hips. And my
I think that the timing of when you drop things too is really interesting too, because like, you know, they say in the investment world, trends are your friends. And I'm not saying that you're doing anything necessarily for trending, but on YouTube, I remember when like this kind of vibe first started getting hot, where it was like, you know, the lo-fi with the animation on YouTube, and it was just something you'd throw on in the background. And I think that the aesthetic really appealed to a lot of people too at the time that you were making this.
Yeah, I don't really know what all went into it, but I'm definitely grateful, because if not for the YouTube algorithm just deciding to bless me, I probably, like, I lacked a bit more motivation back then. I was just getting started. Like anything that I aspired to have felt like a pipe dream for real. It felt like very much like a delusion I was feeding myself. But with time spent and, you know, dedicating myself to it, I've got a bit more to show for it. I've got some proof of concept going. But back then it was just like some offshoot. I didn't have anybody paying attention to me. Nobody knew who I was. I was just making music just 'cause. And so it was very amazing, to say the least, that something picked up, and it was like so overwhelmingly positive. The responses I got, it got me addicted to sort of that feedback and that dialogue with listeners.
Yeah, I mean 3.5 thousand likes on it.
A little gnarly.
The next one is actually one that's just 6 months old.
Hey, Spook, you wanna fix the stream because it's still on Spotify, like in Discord.
Okay. Yeah, 1 second.
Gotta get
That song
everybody
kind of
on the same
reminded me of
page.
the early trapping in Japan stuff. Ryan Celsius.
Do you remember
He
when those
just-
came out?
He just posted one of my tracks recently, so shout out to Ryan Celsius.
That is really dope.
Yeah.
Who's like your dream collab in your industry where you would like maybe a producer, another rapper?
See, I don't know what this says about me, but like all of my dream collabs aren't really for me. The things I want are because people who listen to me have like stressed how badly they want it. So I'm like, that would be amazing to do for, you know, the people who like me, you know, because like a lot of people want that Suicide Boys collab, and that would be insane.
That would be insane.
Go crazy. Like,
I would kill for that.
I mean, a lot of people would, but if by some magic I can finesse something like that, I think that it would be
Honestly,
insane.
if they just heard some of your songs, I bet they'd be down.
I sure hope somebody put it in front of them. You never know.
We're manifesting
You should
right
hit
now.
up. You should hit up
Manifesting.
their engineer, Sambo.
We just have to clip this little video of us talking about them and then make it go viral.
Yeah.
Bam.
Well,
Easy, done.
I don't know how to go viral, but maybe.
Brutal just has to post it on Discord.
Oh yeah, sure, bro. I got you.
Dreams of Demons. The beat is spooky too.
Yeah, this is one of those kind of darker ones. Shout out to Mako though. That's a frequent collaborator of mine.
For producing?
Oh no, he's another artist.
Okay, so this is his vocals?
Yeah, he goes first. I have the second verse, but people really
goes
like
hard,
this
though.
track. Yeah.
What do you think of Theory?
I'm fucking with this. This is very like early Memphis. None of that like new wave funk.
Drift?
Yeah, like drift funk, like the corny ass. Yeah, I hate that shit.
I do both, but I feel you.
This video goes like perfect with it too. There's something about an anime music video that just slaps.
Yeah, shout out to Ruxu. I don't know if I said that right, but he's like my main AMV person, and he's been with me for a long time, so
I love that.
very grateful for him. Yeah.
I could hear a Bones collab on something like this too. That would be wild.
Working with Bones would definitely be insane.
Bro, that'd be the best collab ever.
Yeah.
I feel like this type of beat would go really well with his voice and flow and stuff.
He's one of the first underground artists that I actually found, so it would be very poetic, I think, to work with him.
What's up, Dev? Welcome to the chat. Jordy, hope you're having a good day, brother. Freddie Mega, what's going on, homie? Hi, Jupiluxe. Sorry I'm late for the episode, but I'm here. Yo, Fortnite kid, what's up, scum? What's up, Fortnite kid? We'll play Fortnite later. We'll play Fortnite on stream later. Do you want to play with me, Jupiluxe?
Yeah, but I'd have to switch to console because that's where I game.
It's okay. Yeah, not right now, but we gotta get some games in. I stream it on Kick. I'm a Fortnite kid. How long have you been playing?
Is this some? Who made this beat? If you don't mind me asking, just out of curiosity.
Three or Die. I have a song with them too. They also do vocals.
When did you start playing Fortnite, Jupy?
I don't fucking know. I play it a lot though.
You don't remember
I've
when
been
you
playing
first
it
started
for a
playing?
minute. No, I mean,
Chapter 1,
it's,
Chapter 2?
I've like taken breaks from it here and there, but I was pretty early, and then I was like, this sucks, and then I found it again.
So you were a streamer. What kind of stuff were you streaming when you were doing that? Were you doing like music stuff or gaming?
Gaming. I was really bad at it, but I streamed like Fallout and Minecraft a lot.
Do you have any of that on your YouTube channel?
Fuck no.
it's all on Twitch?
I'm trying to bury the e-girl I used to be.
What?
Like,
But that's part of the history. We need that.
well, it's the history of it is in my email for beats. I still use my Twitch email for the way I receive beats. That's about as close to it as I'll get.
So this looks like a video that you shot yourself too?
Yeah, I've majority of my videos I shot myself, but
Was that your kitty?
yes, she's in my lap right now. I'd show her
What's her name?
if Pluto. I did not name her, but isn't it funny?
Pluto?
Jupiter and Pluto. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I didn't name her, but
Dude, that's gotta be like fate right there. Has to be.
yeah, or a roommate naming the cat because I'm a planet name, but. That's my merch. I'm wearing one of my.
That looks
pieces of merch.
sick. Do you have a store?
Yeah, I have it on Bandcamp. APOC actually did the design for the Hustle Tape shirt.
We'll have to pull it
One
up.
of my favorite. Yeah.
Y'all should try League of Legends, dude. I can't get in on that now, bro. It's too late. I'd get destroyed. I'd never stand a chance.
This kind of reminds me of the Six Dogs YouTube videos, his music videos.
Hellraiser said I have the same wooden chairs. Let's go. Six Dogs?
Yeah, his
Alright.
early videos.
Dev says this song pretty fire too.
Appreciate it. I used to play League, but I was never any good, so I stopped.
No one ever stands a chance in League? Swear.
What a poor emotional girl. You can tell I'm going through it in this music video.
So this answers my question, I guess. This is kind of where I would categorize it a little as slightly emo. Not like emo music, but like certainly like genre bending vibes, you know? What do you think, Brutal?
Yeah.
I would agree.
Shout out Pluto,
Shut up, Pluto.
being all extra cute in the video.
Yeah, she's obsessed with me, and you can tell.
Well, if a cat's gonna be obsessed with something, I'd hope that it was me. Give me the attention.
Yeah, for real.
If anything that stands out while we're going through anything that you want me to click on, just let me know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep going. But I did want to show chat, like, look, guys, look at how much. I mean, we couldn't get. I was joking earlier, like, if we just played your music on stream and we just watched it all, it would probably take all day. Would be
Yeah,
hours.
I have like 16 hours of music released. Like it's.
Yeah, 16 hours of music, chat. Like, that is impressive.
And that's just the
Yeah.
release stuff. I have like 300 other songs on SoundCloud that are private.
That would be like. It would be.
300?
Yeah.
This is the song I definitely wanted to play, because it was like one of the songs that I think first song, maybe the first one I heard from you. I think it was the first song I ever heard by you. 90% sure. And I was like, yo, this is really good. Oh, look, I commented 4 months ago. Damn, I love this. Such a vibe. But yeah, I wanted the chat to see this one specifically. Because I think that the beat and the way that you kind of like flow on it and stuff, and it all is really dope. And I really do like when you just do like little, take your VHS camera and just film whatever, you know, like the success and like the little things on the wall. I think that's really cool. I love that.
I most definitely am going to be seeing a fine from that apartment complex.
Oh, boy.
For that art. But
It was worth it.
I didn't start that. I just added to it. So.
I love this beat too. It's just such a vibe. Like a lot of your music is though. Like this is less sad, you know? This is just kind of like upbeaty.
This beat is fucking fantastic.
I love it, bro.
This beat.
And the flow is good too.
Appreciate it. I was a lot purer back then. I've been through a lot of shit since this era, so my music has gotten a bit sadder, but that's life.
Chad, how you feeling about Jupiluxe? I asked earlier, are you familiar with Jupiluxe's music? Are you a new listener today? What's this one called again, Spooky? This is Satisfied. This is one of the first songs that I heard of Jupiluxe, and it really stood out to me. And then I saw all your other stuff on YouTube, and then I followed you on Twitter, and I saw that you were doing a song a day, and I'm like, oh my god, she just like can't stop making music. I love that.
Really, I really can't stop.
I love that. Love these vibes. Me too, bro. Brutal said new listener. Hell yeah, dude. That's a W. Only friend, what's up, dude? Listening
Hey,
since that
so
song.
you know what I'm talking about earlier with the webcam.
Only friend said listening since that SoundCloud link and build stream.
That's the one.
Pixelated said gonna be checking out the song over the week. Hell yeah, dude. Freddie said I love me some Jupy. W, bro.
Shout out, Freddie.
Shout out Freddie, bro. Yeah, this song really impressed me. I was like, this is cool, because like I was saying earlier, this is not like anything that's typically on like my like a playlist or anything, you know, the vibe anyway. This just makes me feel like just riding around in the summer. And I feel like that kind of goes with that Texas kind of vibe, you know, like nighttime summer vibe almost.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what compelled me to start singing on the funk beats, but I did it, and people like it, so I'm
I
glad I
love
did
it.
it.
I
Yeah,
love
appreciate
it.
That beat is.
Yeah,
The
that is
vocals
top
are
tier.
fantastic. That's like a happy hitting a lick beat.
I like it.
I love that beat.
Couldn't agree more, bro. I don't know what else to pick. There's so many.
This one's gonna be on another tape I'm putting out soon.
So this is unreleased on Spotify, but it's on YouTube.
Well, this is out as a single.
Okay. On Spotify.
Yeah. Just because it was like one of the main ones that people liked from the challenge, so I was like, all right, I'll put it on Spotify.
Hey guys, I'm gonna ask you for one favor today and one favor only. This is the only time I'm gonna ask. Everybody, please put some fire in the chat for Jupiluxe, for our special guest, Spooky Sunday, episode number 21. I'm even going to do it myself. I just want to show some love and some support for Jupiluxe. Thank you again, Jupi, for taking the time out of your day to come chill with us, to document this era. I love these songs. They're really good. Etheric, you already know, right, bro?
This shit is crazy.
I mean, how often do you hear productions with like saxophones and stuff like that outside of this genre?
Dude, in this genre, I don't ever hear clean productions. This is fucking like a one in a million.
Yeah, I've definitely heard that my style of mixing is pretty strange for the genre, but
No, the mixing is really good. This is you're like in the top 1% of like all the funk that's out there right now.
appreciate it.
Thank you, Brutal and Dev, Soft Skeletons, Only Friend, Etheric, Cloudy, Calchi, Sleepy, Freddy, for all throwing some fire in the chat for our special guest today. Thank you guys for showing some love. I really hope that today is a great day for every single one of you. It is certainly a great day for me. I'm always excited to get on stream and to try to help share an artist, try to be part of their journey, and to just kind of catch up and see like, what do you got going on? What are your dreams? What are your ambitions? And hopefully these discussions that we have with you inspire others, or they feel like, hey, I want to reach out to you. I feel like you would probably respond to somebody that reached out to you over, music related, if they wanted to collab or something like that. Would that be right, Jupi?
I'm sorry, I did not hear what you said.
Are you okay with people like reaching out to you for like collaborations or wanting to like work with you in whatever ways, music related or videos or producing or anything like that? So I do like to say, like, to the chat, like, for my special guest, I hope that it's an opportunity for any of you guys to feel like this is somebody that will answer your DM and be like, hey, I saw you on Spooky Sunday or whatever. I really like what you're doing. I'm a producer or I'm an artist or whatever. I'm interested in collaborating, because it's one of my favorite things that comes out of Spooky Sundays is seeing people end up collaborating on different art that they wouldn't have if I didn't have that special guest on. So I try to, in a Haunter-esque way, shout out Haunter. I like to try to put people together and network and help people just inspire and grow. So if you guys are interested in collaborating with Jupi, you got the okay, the stamp of approval. You could definitely reach out. Some people don't like to be reached out to, like, I'm only working on my own stuff right now, and that's definitely cool too. But I like to put it out in the universe, just in case something awesome can happen. That song goes hard too, man. There's so many good ones. There's so many good ones. It's like anything you pick, and I'm not even exaggerating.
Oh fuck this sample! Wait, hold on.
Welcome to the chat, Dub. You like the sample, Etheric?
Yeah, I feel like I digged on mixing earlier as well. I'm not flaming it in a bad way. Like, the early Bones shit is like terribly mixed. Like, the bad mixing kind of gives the nostalgia in general, like for all artists. This is really well mixed. All of this.
Thank you.
Everything I've heard so far.
Mix my own vocals. Been doing that from the jump.
That is really awesome, because then you know what you want yourself to sound like,
Yeah.
You can send it to a good engineer, and if they make it sound the way they want it to, that doesn't necessarily always mean that it sounds the way you want it to, you know. So I definitely respect that, but the fact that you mix your own stuff.
I'm a control freak, so naturally that.
You shoot your own
perfectionism-
videos, you mix your own music.
I do it all, or try to.
How we feeling about this, chat? You guys enjoying the visuals, the music by Jupi? Vibey
I'm liking
tunes,
the-
absolutely.
Old school anime.
I was gonna say I love the AMVs.
AMVs.
Yeah, they all go with it somehow so well, right?
Shout out to Ruxu.
So when you were streaming games, what kind of games were you streaming?
Well, I mean, I really only streamed the 2 games, like Minecraft and Fallout, but I wasn't very good, so it was just kind of like a chatting stream.
That's okay though. I think that a lot of people F with that.
Yeah. I didn't stick with it, so obviously there wasn't enough going on, but I had a good little run.
What was
It paid
kind
my
of
bills.
what kind of was inclining you to start streaming and doing game stuff?
I'm just, despite how shy I am, I'm a pretty social person, so I like I want a career that is unique to me. I want to be doing something that only I could do, and that's the beauty of some of the more like newer careers you get with the internet is it's about who you are. That's what people connect with, and
Absolutely.
I like that. I want to connect with people. I want to have that, and that's why music has been really insane, is because the amount of people who like tell me that I've like helped them through something, it's like it's almost hard to fathom. Like it's really strange to hear that, because I'm like, that's so crazy, because this feels so personal. I feel like I'm just doing something selfishly and making music because I have this emotion or that one. So when people are like, this helped me, I'm like, that's amazing. Like that is it. You never get tired of hearing that.
No, you can't ask for anything more than that.
Yeah.
This anime just goes so well with it. I don't know how. Like I'm always blown away by how AMVs just on the certain tracks, they just so perfect.
Yeah.
But I grew up loving anime, so maybe I'm just biased.
too.
I could be biased here, guys.
So the song a day ones, unfortunately, I'm not super good at AMVs, so a lot of them just have the looping gifs.
That's okay. We're
'cause
just
it
vibing, chilling, reading some chat.
Yeah.
Oh no, those are the best ones. The ones that are the looping gifts, like almost like if you put too much effort, sometimes it's better. It's not.
Less is more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
less is more. Thank you. I'm bad with words. But
That's
Def-
just that's also how the old YouTube channels used to do it. When somebody would post on SoundCloud, they just loop a GIF, and I like that. I remember those days, and so I try to like pay homage, I guess.
Dev said all hits so far, nothing got skipped, dude. Sleepy said,
Shout out to
yes,
Dev.
the old school anime AMVs are the ones that give the lyrics a bit more meaning. Yeah, they definitely add to the vibe. They add to like the art. I think that it's been huge. I mean, imagine just staring at a black screen instead of like AMV. Not even close. Uncomparable.
Shout out to anime.
Hey, fans of Jupi, what song or video is your favorite? I'm gonna pull them up. If you guys have a favorite song, Freddie, Dub, anybody that came over from Jupi, Sleepy, Only Friend. If you guys had a favorite song or a song that you'd want me to play, Sleepy said Wine and Dine.
Oh gosh.
Why? What do you think about that?
There's just a lot to talk about behind that one, so maybe that's a good one to pull out.
Okay, good.
It's
I
very
found
silly.
one old one. I'll send it to you, Spooky, in a second.
So what's the story behind Wine and Dine? What is there a lot to say?
Doja Cat simp. R.I.P. my son. I lost that boy right there a couple months
Aw.
ago.
Aw.
Rest in peace, little buddy. But I was just, when I was getting started, I'm gay as hell. So I was obsessed with Doja Cat, and I was like, what if I made an R&B like satire album focused on like trying to woo somebody like way in a different stratosphere than me? So thus Wine and Dine, me trying to be like, notice me Doja Cat, but as a joke, like it's meant to be funny.
I am also a fan of Doja Cat. My girlfriend put me on her like when she was coming up, like before she was like, you know, making big hits and stuff, and she had
Same.
such a unique vibe. You know, I don't know how she found them, but how she found Doja Cat, but I could definitely see how you might be inspired by her too, like especially her older beat selections.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely found that later in my journey. I realized that there's a lot of like things that she's done that I've also ended up trying to experiment with. But it's funny, like, yeah, I got put on to Doja Cat way back in the day with a previous partner of mine, and you know, I was like, Doja Cat's cool as hell.
Absolutely.
So it's definitely influenced me. A lot of her, like, I guess some of her like beat choices, definitely.
Only
I think
friend.
this is a Doja Cat type beat, so it's
Oh,
funny.
really?
Yeah, that's how I found it, and that's why I was like, let's make an album like that.
I could see that. Only friend
Yeah.
said Kill Bill or Thousands, so we're gonna pull up those two.
Phew. Yeah. Kill Bill's the one that got me the webcam.
Yep, that's gonna be that has to be something we listen to today.
Yeah, I built a tape around that. People like that song so much, I built 2 tapes around it. I've had a lot of different hairstyles.
Yeah, sometimes green, sometimes red, sometimes brown, sometimes curly, sometimes short, sometimes straight.
Yeah, I've been a lot of different bitches.
That's cool though. I think that it's a good thing to keep switching up like your looks and stuff like that, and kind of keep yourself fresh in a way. I think
Yeah.
that keeps life a little interesting, you know.
Yeah.
Do you have tattoos as well?
Yeah, just on my hands though, which is like a big no-no, but I'm crazy, so
I don't know. I have a hand tattoo.
yeah. Shout
think
out to
I'll-
hand tattoos.
Shout out to the hand tattoo gangs.
Yeah, I got Jupiter tatted on my hand, and then I got a heart on my thumb.
I love that.
Yeah.
Hand
Jupiter
tattoos
love.
now are kind of like hand tattoos to any musician is like the equivalency of the Suicide Boys' pact if they didn't blow up, right? Because you get hand tattoos, you're fucked for like any normal job.
You know, I've always heard that, but I've had no problems getting jobs. Maybe because mine are like low key, but I've like they've gave me a bigger stink about my nose piercing than my hand tattoos.
Yeah, I think that hopefully society is normalizing the way you look not mattering to where you work. You know, it shouldn't matter what color your hair is or anything like that. It's pretty silly expectations. You know, like if you're doing the job, you're doing the job. That should be the only thing that really matters about it.
Yeah. Stop making me take my nose piercing out.
Unless of course there's some sort of health, you know, reason not to. Like if you're an assembly line and there's a chance that your nose ring could pop out and fall into the bag of cookies. You know what I'm saying? Then maybe they have a valid excuse, but for most
I
jobs,
guess I just gotta work on my interview skills the same.
for most jobs, I feel like who cares? Skelly said hand tattoo gang. Let's go.
That's gang.
You gotta play Boomerang and The Vision and The Message. Them deep cuts. Freddie asked, you got a heart in your thumb? Bruh, I was gonna get that tat.
Do they hurt
Yes.
hand tattoos? Are they painful?
Yeah, they hurt, but I mean, I once again am a weirdo, and it didn't really hurt me, but everyone I've talked to says they hurt terribly.
I've had worse.
Are my hopes and dreams gone? Fuck.
Center of my chest hurt a lot more than the hand, but
Anywhere bony is a pain too.
shout out to everybody
Yeah,
for
again,
hanging out.
This is like trapping in Japan beats. Like very like just all the songs.
The
Remind
sound
me of,
instrument
like, the
selections
old-
and stuff. Yeah.
Just like the vocals, the beats,
Funk.
everything.
Funk.
It reminds me. Yeah, but like I haven't heard this type of funk in so long, so it brings back like the early trapping in Japan, watching like Japanese bus route.
I would just put on those You remember those, Jupi, where you would just put on like the Trappin' in Japan or whatever it was, and it would just be like a bunch of beats with like.
Yeah, shout out to Ryan Celsius, and also shout out to Kiefer Green. That's one of my frequent collaborators. True Fiction is actually entirely produced by Kiefer Green, and he's in a lot of those Ryan Celsius mixes. They're like very closely linked, so full circle.
He's on like number 21 now, I think. Like trapping more. He's done so many of those mixes. They're great mixes.
We had a request for Boomerang. We're just playing
Oh,
some
yeah.
fan favorites here tonight on Spooky FM. Appreciate everybody for pulling up, hanging out with me and Jupiluxe. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Hope you're enjoying the stream. I appreciate every single one of you guys for hanging out with us today. APOC, welcome, welcome.
Is that APOC Crisis?
Shout out. Are you working on another project already, or are you planning to drop more singles?
I have 2 other projects completed. I just have to figure out when I want to release them. I make music all the time. It's just like I have to decide the order in which to release them.
You said that you mix your music. You also record it then, I assume?
Yeah, I do that all in-house. It's just the beats that I outsource.
What software have you been using?
Mixcraft.
Oh, never heard of it.
Yeah,
Nah,
exactly.
Nickcraft's fire. Hold on, wait. This is what I think it is.
It's like some Canadian rock band program. Or
Yeah, I
maybe
know
it's
what
Australian.
this is.
I don't remember.
The only thing that matters is how the song turns out, dude. It doesn't matter how you get it there.
True.
I tell people that all the time. Like, you know how many hits were recorded on an iPhone? Like Juice WRLD songs and stuff like that, or whoever just recording on their iPhone of all things, and you're like, wow, I would not have guessed that, you know?
That song "Spit in My Face" by Thanks So Much. It just got really big on TikTok. It was recorded in Band Lab, I think.
You guys have any questions for Jupi? She's gonna be, hanging out in chat here for a little bit longer. We're gonna listen to a few more songs, but while we're chilling, you guys, if you guys had any questions, gang, or if you wanted to say anything, she's responding to every single message in chat. All of you.
Mixcraft was a precursor to GarageBand. Damn, so I am on that throwback shit.
I was trying to find another song that was suggested. I gotta go back. What was it? Boomerang and The Vision in the message. The Vision?
The song is called The Vision.
The song is?
Yeah, it's part of that lo-fi tip I was on early on, where I was like, I got a lot to think about and say, y'all.
Around Satisfy era?
Oh, that's it. That's a different track. I have a lot of things with the word vision in it, I guess.
Oh, that's okay. Here, my bad.
No, you're good.
Do you have any songs with lyrics over them?
Yeah. Actually, that one you were about to put on, I put the lyrics on. I do it sometimes. I used to do it more, but I'd be so busy. It's a lot.
It is a lot, I know. But I feel like if you can find a way to get it done without taking too much time on it, that it's hecka worth it. Because
yeah, especially because people never know what the fuck I'm saying.
I don't know what a lot of my favorite artists are saying a lot of times, and I love to just read the lyrics to be sure,
Yeah.
And just reading the lyrics on screen is kind of also impactful, because you are engaging with it more. Like if you're just watching a video, you're just watching it, but when you're reading something, you're engaging on a whole nother level,
Yeah.
What's up, Maximus?
So this is one of the few edits that I made myself. I don't really be making AMVs.
What are your favorite animes, Juby?
Black Lagoon is my #1. I really need to watch more Cowboy Bebop. I recently watched Madoka Magica, and I'm pretty into that. But my first anime was Sword Art Online, and I really liked that. I know
that's
that
cool.
not everybody.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of people tell me that that's a bad choice, and that hurts because I really liked it.
It's creative. It's weird. It's different.
Yeah.
The first arc was amazing. The rest of it
Yeah.
was alright, but the first arc was really, really well done.
Yeah.
Splash Gang in the chat, huge Cowboy Bebop fan. I know that for a fact, bro.
Splash.
music in Cowboy Bebop is what really helps it set itself out as like an interesting aesthetic, because you have like almost the lo-fi, saxophony, and then you also have like some energy, like jazzy. It's got like almost its own unique soundtrack that nothing else really has.
Yeah, definitely.
Now I don't mean to hover, don't wanna be a bother, but I got some questions like where the hell is my father?
But yeah, I definitely, with being like posting so much music, sometimes it is like funny to see with my older stuff how different like the lyrical themes and the mixes are. It's just like it's cool to be able to like quantify the growth and stuff.
No, yeah, absolutely. And you said you edited this one yourself?
Yeah, I used to try to make my own AMVs, and I was like, I don't fucking get it.
It can all be pretty random, right? I mean, for the most part, you just take up some footage from a certain show or episode and just like chop it up, however.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody in chat today. I just want to say thank you again to Freddie and Maximus, Splash, Sleepy, APOC, Brutal, Soft Skeletons, Only Friend, Dub, Dev, all the homies that pulled up today to show love to our special guest, Jupiluxe. You guys are really amazing, and it really motivates me to have you here because it makes me want to do more of these. I don't have any intention to stop or slow down. You will see me again next Sunday with another different special guest. But until then, I want you guys to spend this week exploring more of Jupiluxe's discography. There's plenty of music here. Make sure that you follow her on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube, and follow the journey. I think that somebody as prolific as you, Jupi, you're definitely worth the time to check it out. I see a lot of awesome things in your future. If you end up being as prolific with shows as you are with your music, you're going to be unstoppable. And I do want to say that I believe that that a lot of people in your area, specifically Texas and stuff like that, would really with your music, if you know what I'm saying. I think that they would really like it. I love it, and I would definitely be happy to come down to Texas to see you perform, and maybe perhaps we set up we've talked about this here in Spooky Land, of doing another Spooky Fest where I set up a venue and I book a bunch of dope artists that I like, underground people from Texas, from all over the country, and maybe I have your permission to reach out to you for something like that if we ever do a Spooky Fest in Texas.
Yeah, no, that would be insane. If you do something in Texas, like, please, absolutely, I would love to be part of that.
Like I said, a lot of the homies are there already, and it's been starting to make more and more sense to do that.
Yeah, it's a big place.
But I just want to say thank you again, Jupiluxe, for hanging out with us today. It's already been an hour and 20 minutes, and I just feel like it always goes by really fast. I do want to play Fortnite with you though, if that's cool.
We definitely gotta get a couple rounds in at some point. I don't know. Were you talking about doing that today? I think I might have some shit going on.
Nah, just whenever you'd have time, to spend with Spooky and play some Fortnites.
Yeah, no, we gotta get it up. We gotta get that shit going.
I'm going to keep playing some Spotify, some Spotify tunes of yours. I'm gonna restart your new album here. You guys, this is the latest project by Jupiluxe. It's called True Fiction. There's 8 songs on it. They're all dope as hell. I haven't heard a single song that I didn't like, and I truly mean that from the bottom of my heart. If you guys are also enjoying the music, like I said, please show her love and support by following on Twitter or Instagram or YouTube. Sounds like YouTube and they're all three a pretty good place to reach you. I feel like you seem to be fairly active on all three.
Yeah, I try to be.
Is there anything else that you'd like to add or say before we start wrapping things up for the day?
Other than the cliche promo of I'm gonna be posting 2 more tapes here pretty soon.
Oh, that's huge.
I post a song every week usually. I took a little break here just because there's been a lot going on, but pretty much every Friday you can expect a new track from me. So if that sounds like something you want to keep up with, I implore you to follow me on whatever platform makes sense for you. I'm on all of them, so check me out if you're inclined. It would mean a lot to me. But yeah, that's really it.
And I also wanted to remind you, if you ever do want to do an album drop or anything like that, I'd love to host it here on the same channel, Spooky Gang TV, where we could just play your new songs, listen to them, vibe with them with the community, and get some just exposure and some ears on them just like right away, even like hours before it actually officially drops, just so that we can kind of, you know, bring a little extra attention and love to something that you've been working on.
Yeah, that would be dope.
But otherwise, we're going to go ahead and end the stream here, you guys. I appreciate every single one of you, everybody that hung out today in the voice channel or the YouTube chat. You guys mean the world to me. I couldn't do this without you. Thank you again, Jupi, for hanging out with us today and for becoming a member, a part of the Spooky Sunday family. If you drop anything at all, please also to drop it in the community art section as well. We have plans to start doing a community art and music listening stream as well, adding it onto the weekly schedule next to Spooky Sunday. So I'm still going to be continuing to have like a different special guest on every week, but we really want to start listening to and focusing on more of our community submitted art as well. So Jupi and chat, anybody else that's hanging out tonight, I just want you guys to know there's a channel here in the Discord called Community Art, and for now you can play it there. I've been playing like music from there onto my streams while I play Fortnite and stuff like that, just to show you guys a little bit of love and a thank you for being part of the community, and hopefully it inspires you guys to keep creating. But I'm going to deafen up here, Jupi, and I'm going to keep playing your music on stream for another few minutes. Thank you again. I really am so grateful for you. I am excited to follow your journey and see what you're able to accomplish in this life. So thank you again for giving us your time and your energy.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and thank y'all to everyone who tuned in or anybody watching it's going to be a video, right?
Yeah, it's also going to be a video that anybody can go back and watch on YouTube.
Thank you to anybody looking at that too. So, yeah.
And shout out your kitty Pluto.
Shout out to the cat.
Hopefully you guys have an awesome day.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna deafen up, guys, and I'm gonna keep playing some Jupiluxe music on stream. I'm gonna show you guys the brand new outro. Check it out. It looks really cool. There it goes. We just turned the screen to the new outro. It's some animations that I made. It says "See you next Sunday." It looks really cute. I'm gonna play this for a minute. I'm gonna play some more Jupiluxe music, and I will see you guys next Sunday.
She a good girl, put on a good show. Yeah, show me some more. Take care of the floor. Might spill on the carpet. Fuck that, just give me some more. Think about love as it don't come often. I ain't tryna place it, baby, just want something. You don't gotta name it, just text you often. Put your favorite song on, get that shit bumping. Anything you want, I'll grab that from them, yeah. You could probably get it yourself. Think about that girl, capable as all hell. Yeah, that's what I like. Be my rap game wife. Take what you give, even if it's just for one night. Never fall down just to get it for life. I can be dedicated to one that type. Get it back in this song. Don't it sound nice? Champagne over ice. Only one question: am I your type? Want the money or the passion? Do you really love me? I ain't asking. When you take it from me, you can have it. What you take it from me, no others have it. Yeah, it's a real sight, me opening up. Wanna know me, always at what you want. Is you being friendly, then you just wanna fuck? No, I can't reach another sound like enough. All that work is taking a real nice package, deliver so special. Yeah, she ain't average. I would cool cat, finna fall for a bad bitch. Now I possess it, never gotta have it.